was your name?
It's
Delafonte.
Keep your hands out of your pocket.
No, take your hands off me.
I don't know what's in there.
Take your hands off me right now.
Okay.
Take your hands off. No. Get the fuck.
What I'm telling you is you need to give me your driver's license as requested because you're on the shoulder of the road.
I'm on the shoulder of the road right by the white line there.
You need your driver's license. You need to give me your driver's license. Are you intoxicated?
Taking pictures.
Do you have ID with you?
Taking picture. Yeah, I do.
Can I see it?
Do I have to show it?
Well,
I don't know how all that works, but
well, you are. It is.
okay.
So yeah, you're detained.
What the fuck?
And I would like to.
Crazy. I'm detained?
Yes, because that's suspicious activity. How do I know you're not burglarizing vehicles or trying to steal weapons out of a...
Imagine standing on your own private property, trying to report a near-death experience caused by a government employee, and instead of help, the police show up, not to protect your rights, but to attack them. This isn't some distant dictatorship. This happened right here, in small-town America. Today, we dive into a disturbing encounter with the Trinidad Police Department, where filing a complaint turned into a shocking assault.
Be quiet. And they... So I had this Los Angeles County sheriff's officer or employee almost run me over in the Safeway parking lot here.
Okay.
Coming out the store, she was doing at least 30. She came in from Main Street, took a left-hand turn across the front store, almost ran me over. I had to slam her brakes on, and she still would have slid past me if I didn't stop. And then I also had she almost also hit 3 other people in the crosswalk that's right there in front of the apartment.
Okay.
I can show you the video.
Okay.
Of her plate and stuff.
You get all this from the police?
Let's see. You mind if I take your phone?
No, you're good.
Because of the way she's driving.
This isn't a video of her almost running me over. This is just a video of her and her vehicle. And how she also said she didn't work for the government, even though she's got a Los Angeles County Sheriff's jacket on.
Los Angeles Sheriff's Office, so you don't work for the government then, huh? You know you were just speeding through this parking lot?
If you had to estimate her speed, what would you estimate it at? Can you please now point that camera at my face? Thank you.
We're on private property. Even if we're on public property, I can still point it at you.
It's just a courtesy that I'm asking you, that's all. Do me a favor though, keep your hand out of your pocket.
I'm not going to do that. I'm the one making the complaint.
No, that's fine, but for officer safety, I'm going to ask you to keep your hands out of your pocket.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So you can either take my complaint with my hand in my pocket or not take it.
Okay, then we're not taking it.
But,
Thank
okay,
you, sir.
and what are your names? What's your name?
It's Delafonte. Keep your hands out of your pocket.
No, take your hands off me.
I don't know what's in there.
Take your hands off me right now.
Okay.
Take your hands off. No, get the fuck off me.
I don't know what's in there.
Get off me.
I'm gonna pat
You
you
better
up, sir.
take the fuck off. Get the fuck off. Call the police now.
I just want to know
Call
what's
the
in your
police.
pocket.
Get the fuck off me.
All I need to do is
No,
pat you down for
everybody
weapons.
get back the fuck up. No,
I'm just gonna pat
no,
you down.
you're not gonna
Make sure
pass
that you
shit
don't have
down.
any
You
weapons.
don't have my fucking permission, bitch. Back the fuck up.
I'm not gonna go
You're
inside
going to.
your
You're
pocket.
gonna lose your fucking job, ho. Get the fuck off me.
Okay, I don't know if you don't
Get
have
the
anything
fuck.
in your
I don't give a
pocket.
fuck. We're on my property. Both of you get the fuck off me now.
That's fine.
Now.
Just hold on a second.
Now.
Okay, there's
You're
no
gonna
need to
get
fight.
a
Just
fucking
relax.
lawsuit like
Just
a
relax.
fucking hell.
Just
We're on my property, not yours, bitch. Get the fuck off.
Is that all that is? Is a flip?
I'm not gonna answer any of your fucking questions. What's your name? Gutierrez. You're both gonna lose your fucking jobs. Oh my god.
Do you have any weapons
You
other
have
than this?
no permission to search me. You have no consent at all.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this.
No.
We leave, okay?
No. You're leaving now. Get the fuck off my property. Drop my knife.
Okay.
Drop my property.
Can you step back so I can...
No, I'm not. It's my property.
Okay. I asked you.
Give me my knife and get the fuck out of here.
That's
now.
fine. That's
No,
fine.
you didn't ask me shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I asked you to keep your hands out of
Give
your
me my
pockets
knife.
for officer safety.
I'm on my
I patted
property.
you
It
down.
doesn't matter. I'm not being detained. I don't have to listen to you. Give me my knife
For
and get the
officer
fuck
safety,
off. No.
that's why I asked
No,
you
you're
that.
both getting sued. Get the fuck off my property. Now.
That's perfectly fine.
Now.
That is
Go.
fine. I will go.
Unless you just both want to be charged with trespass, get the fuck off my property.
That is fine. I'm just gonna
No,
train you.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
put your
Don't
knife
explain shit
so
to
that
me.
you understand.
Don't explain shit to
Okay.
me. I don't need to hear
Then.
it. Give me my knife.
Ma'am, yeah, that's that's fine.
Give me my property.
I'll just say.
So you took my property.
And then just step away. That's all. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And we have Del Puente and Gutierrez. You're a corporal? You should not be in charge of anybody at all. You need to be fired and lose your job.
Have a good day, sir.
Car 4179. You guys are both gonna lose your jobs and be sued out of fucking hell. Fuck out of here. Fucking douchebags. 981 Washington, Ida, Adam.
If there's one lesson here, it's that knowing your rights isn't enough. Standing firm in the face of intimidation is just as critical. The moment we stay silent about abuses like this, we normalize them. Always document. Always demand accountability. And never let fear silence you. Even when it's your own government turning against you, right on your doorstep. Picture this. You pull your car over because you're exhausted. You're not breaking the law, not causing harm. But before you can even rest your eyes, flashing lights, demands for ID, and accusations of being intoxicated come crashing through your window. Welcome to Louisiana, where pulling over to rest can quickly turn into a showdown over your rights. Tonight, we witness yet another officer desperate for an ID, and how one man refused to back down.
Supervisor,
I'm telling you, you need to give me your identification.
what are you throwing at this
It's
vehicle?
a toothpick on the ground.
Okay, I'm just
It's a
hoping.
toothpick. What I'm telling you is you need to give me your driver's license as requested because you're on the shoulder of the road.
Yeah, I'm on the shoulder of the road right by the
I have a
white
reason
line
for you
there.
to be here, so I need your driver's license.
What do you mean I'm not supposed to be here?
Your driver's license.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
I need your driver's license.
Can I speak to a male officer? Can I speak to a male officer?
I need your driver's license.
You will get my driver's license once I speak to a supervisor.
You need to give me your driver's license. Are you intoxicated?
Obviously, I'm not. I'm talking to you, am I?
I need your
Why are you
driver's
shining this
license.
light? I cannot see.
I need your driver's
You are
license.
shining a bright flashlight at my face.
I need your driver's license.
I'd like to speak to a
You are gonna be
supervisor.
charged for resisting.
I'm not resisting anything.
Provide your identification
I'm
to
asking
law
for a
enforcement
supervisor. That's all I'm asking. You got 2, 3
I
cops
need
here.
Your driver's license.
You have 3 cops here. I'm not even going in my pocket right now because I have to go in my pocket to get my license.
Provide your driver's
Well,
license.
I'm not going in my pocket to get my driver's license.
Step out.
Okay.
Step out your vehicle.
Can you turn that light away from
Can
me?
you step out of your vehicle?
Can I get a supervisor officer? Because I'm about to call 911 and have you reported.
You need to step out.
What is your
and
name,
provide
officer?
me
Because
your
I don't know.
license. I am Deputy Finley with St. James Sheriff's Office. You
Okay.
need to provide me your identification.
Well, I will. Once I get out of the vehicle, I will. I'd like to speak to a supervisor officer. I'm not giving you anything until a supervisor. Let me get my seatbelt off. Let me get my seatbelt off. My hands should be visible at all times. Get that light out of my face.
Sir, I need to see you.
I can't see you. I can't see what's going on with that light in my face. Get a male officer.
You need to.
If you destroy,
And that's how you could tell she's a tyrant. She over here opening his door all comfortably where there's no crime being committed.
if you destroy this property, you will get sued. Okay, I don't want to speak to her. Her conduct to me is absurd, very, very erratic. She's banging on my window. I'm sitting here. I'm listening to my phone here, and she's there's no reason. I'm not even driving. I'm parked here. I'm parked. I'm not driving. There's no reason.
Your car was running.
Oh yeah, it was running. Well, I'm parked on the sign. I'm right by the white line. You don't have no authority here. Call a supervisor for me, sir. I'm glad I'm talking to a man right now. Because you're irrelevant. You're totally irrelevant right now. You need to just leave. Let me talk to a male officer, because you're acting irrational. I'm afraid that you might be intoxicated. I want to talk to a male officer. It's my right. It's a legal right. I can talk to a male officer. I don't have to talk to a female. I like to talk to a male officer. I don't want to talk to you right now. You're irrelevant. I haven't done anything wrong. You're harassing me. I'm sitting in my vehicle legally. This is a federal highway. I have 48 hours. I don't have to provide you with anything. I have not been involved in no crime. I'm not a criminal. I don't even have to identify myself because I'm not involved in a crime.
You need to identify yourself because you are.
I have not done anything wrong. I'm sitting in my vehicle in the middle of a road, right here off the side. I have not done anything wrong. I do not wish to talk to you.
Weapons on you?
I do not have any weapons. I don't own a gun. I do not have anything.
Then you need to give me your driver's license.
There's no reason to give you a driver's license because I have not been involved in a crime. Know your laws. I have not been involved in a crime. I want a supervisor officer to come out here. I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, no, you're legally supposed to have a supervisor come when it's upon request. Upon request, you're supposed to have a supervisor officer on site.
You know that from what state?
I know that from the federal constitutional right. It's my constitutional right that a law supervisor is present upon request. I can't respond to you. You banged on my window. I did nothing wrong. I was sitting here taking a rest. I've been driving for at least 5 hours and I took a rest right here. I'm off the side of the shoulder. I'm not obligated to provide anything. There's no traffic. Yeah, I don't want to speak to her. She has this light in my face. I do not want to speak to her. Can you tell her to leave? I'll talk to you. I'm only talking to you. I'm not talking to her anymore. She's irrelevant to me. Nothing's going on. I'm just here. I'm tired. I took a break. I have a delivery, and I just want to take a break. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
What department are you with?
This is St. James Parish.
St. James Parish County?
No, parish.
Y'all call it county?
No, we call it parishes.
All right.
All right, so where are you originally from? You from this area?
No, I'm not. Your license plate is from North Carolina. That's where I'm from.
That's fine. We're just trying to check on you.
All right, well, you're not doing a good job because this woman right here banged on my window and I was listening to music. I'm parked. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Now I could talk.
Listen.
You know she was mad she couldn't get that ID.
Now I could talk.
Listen, okay?
This is unbelievable.
Listen, just work with me, okay? You're parked on the dangerous side of the
I'm always parked on the federal highway.
But listen, for our thing, people get hit over here, okay?
All right, well, I just drive on. You just say, don't park here. Just drive on. She banged on my window, told me to produce a license.
It's fine, okay? Am I catching attitude with you? No.
No, but I'm irate because of her attitude.
Listen, I'm talking to you as peaceful and as calm as I possibly can, okay? Just if you possibly can, if you go further down the road, okay, there's a rest area. I don't want you to get hit on the side of the road.
I'm tired. If I would have kept driving, I would have crashed. I am tired. I pulled over here because I am tired. I was literally, my eyes were closed and I was literally sleeping when she bring.
Look, just to make me feel better, could you turn on your hazard lights? So nobody.
No, I'm just gonna leave. After this, okay. I'm just gonna leave. Hopefully, I maybe go to further out to Louisiana.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Once you get right past here, see where that light? You see where the light is for that? Where the unit got its lights on? If you turn off right there, that's US 61. That's a lot safer than being on the side of the interstate. These people over here will accidentally hit you, okay? We're not doing it to mess with you. We just want you to.
I was tired.
Brother, I'm sorry. Look, I can't undo what's going on, but I just prefer you if you just.
Yeah, I'm going. Once you tell me to leave, I'm going to leave. But this woman is banging on my window. This is a rental.
Let me apologize for that. So you have a blessed night.
Thank you.
You have a great night. Please just get off the side of the road, all right?
I'm just going to move. How far can I go? Because if I get tired again.
No, legitimately. If you look right there where you see the sign with the green, if you pull off right there,
yeah, so who's going to break in this vehicle? I have government stuff right in the back. I'm delivering to Houston. Government stuff in my back of my vehicle. And how will I know this van is not going to be broken into and I'm going to be safe?
So, either way, it can vary.
Here. Can I speak to a supervisor?
And for some reason, when an officer doesn't get what they want, they just accuse you of being under the influence.
Once I speak to a supervisor.
You need to give me a driver's license. Are you intoxicated?
Obviously, I'm not. I'm talking to you.
This incident is a reminder that standing your ground doesn't mean being reckless. It means knowing the law, demanding accountability, and refusing to let intimidation strip away your rights. The moment you give in to unlawful demands, you set the precedent. But when you stay calm, document everything, and demand a supervisor, that's how you remind them the Constitution still applies, even on the side of the highway. What happens when taking a few harmless pictures turns you into a suspect in the eyes of the police? In Rockland, California, a simple First Amendment audit spiraled into an absurd 20-minute detention, all because a citizen dared to photograph parked detective cars on public property. But as we've seen before, when officers can't control the narrative, they try to control you. Stick around. This one's a classic showdown between ignorance and the Constitution.
What was that? Hanging out? What are you doing? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is there an issue?
Well, we were called and said you were looking in the detective's cars.
Okay.
The reason why you would be doing that?
Yeah.
Might you explain that to me?
Well, I was just taking pictures.
What up?
Now I'm recording. What's the issue?
Well, there's no good reason to be up here looking in their cars.
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay, but you're looking in their vehicles.
Taking pictures.
Do you have ID with you?
Taking picture. Yeah, I do.
Can I see it?
Do I have to show it?
Well,
I don't know how all that works, but
well, it is kind of suspicious that you're looking in the vehicles of officers.
Okay.
So yeah, you're detained.
What the fuck?
I would like to.
Crazy. I'm detained?
Yes, because that's suspicious activity. How do I know you're not burglarizing vehicles or trying to steal weapons out of a police vehicle?
I don't understand why I would be detained, though. I'm just taking pictures. I'm just walking around taking pictures.
Okay.
So what's the...
I just explained to you why you are being detained.
Okay.
Okay. And it's because your activity, it looks like it's possibly that you're trying to burglarize a police vehicle. It clearly says detective parking right here. You obviously know these are detective vehicles, right?
Well, yeah, it's just taking pictures of those signs, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was taking pictures. I thought it was cool that they had their own little spot. I don't understand. How does that equate to me possibly burglarizing vehicles? I don't get it.
Well, because we have, and everybody knows that historically people go look in cars as they break into them or prior to doing so. That's a common practice of people who break into cars. So we get calls a lot of people looking into people's cars because they're breaking into cars. That's a common thing that happens everywhere.
Okay.
So that's why that's a suspicious activity, that you're looking into cars that don't, obviously, you know, and we know, don't belong to you. So why would you look into a car that doesn't belong to you?
Well, there could be a million reasons. It doesn't have to be burglary, right? It doesn't have to be breaking into a car.
You're right, there could be, and that's why I'm asking you if there are that you can explain any to me that you have reasons that you would be looking into these cars.
Well, yeah, I was taking pictures
Of the inside of police vehicles?
of anything, yeah, anything cool that I could see. I was just taking pictures of them.
Okay. Did you find anything cool?
Not yet. You interrupted me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what to.
How did you get here?
What was that?
How did you get here?
Why?
Did you walk here? Do you live here?
Why?
I'm trying to find a good reason as to why you're right here in this parking lot looking into the police vehicles. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm walking around taking pictures of cars, whatever, anything. Not just here, everywhere, all over this little area.
Okay.
So is there? I mean, do I need another reason? I don't know how all that works, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just don't know. I don't feel like there's an issue, and I don't understand what the issue might be.
Let me ask you this. Do you own a car?
What was that?
Do you own a car?
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody was looking into your car, standing on your driveway or wherever you live, would you have an issue with that?
If somebody was looking at my car, standing on my driveway where I lived, would I have an issue with it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably come out and ask them what they're doing. But the scenario there is like, you don't live here, right? This ain't your house, and these aren't your cars either.
You don't work here, do you?
What?
Do you work here?
I don't understand why that matters.
You said that you would have questions for this person because they're on your property. They don't live there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you work here?
I don't understand. I still don't understand why it matters.
Question?
I understand the question. I don't understand how it pertains to this scenario.
Because this is not a public parking lot. It's owned by the city, right? But it's not open to the public.
This isn't open to the public?
So you're on the police department's parking lot, and your words, you're looking at into cars, looking for anything cool.
I said I'm taking pictures.
Okay.
Of anything that I see that I think is cool.
Okay. So that's suspicious, because if you see something that's cool in somebody else's car that you don't own, so we're thinking that you.
So automatically I'm gonna steal it. Automatically somebody's gonna steal it.
No, not automatically.
That's what it seems.
Well,
that's kind of dumb, right?
If that's how you feel about it.
It's kind of dumb. It's not automatically a crime, like somebody's going to break into a car. Why would I come to a police station and break into a fucking car? Come on, bro.
Why you come to a police station and start looking into cars?
Use your head, babe. Use your head a little bit. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right?
Actually, it is.
You were just at Refusal PD, right? At their
where?
Department. I saw the video of that. Were you that gentleman that went out to Refusal PDs?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so do you understand reasonable suspicion and how that works, and how that gives officers the ability to contact you? Do you know how that works?
I mean, I don't know what that is. No, I'm not a law guy. I don't know nothing about that stuff.
But
so
I see the tag, and I don't know what your relation is to the people that have been doing videos like that, but I know
the tag
videos. There's people that are going to police departments, they're seeing what our contact's going to be, they're seeing if we're going to honor your rights, right? And then people review and they give opinions on it, right?
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I've seen those videos.
I'm all for it because you're trying to highlight what police departments are honoring your rights, right?
Okay.
And I'm all for that, and I'm all for educating people. And I can educate you on reasonable suspicion and what gives us the ability to contact you, detain you, identify you, right?
Okay.
Because I think that might be possibly the point of this video, right?
Okay.
So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. But my sergeant's trying to explain to you why we're out here.
Well, your sergeant's kind of being a little more aggressive than he needs to be and being a jerk. I don't do those videos, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I have never been to Roseville in my life, so I don't understand what that is. I'm just taking pictures of anything I can see. Like, I'm a photographer. Anything I think is cool, I put together blogs. I put together whatever collages of photos sometimes on the internet. It's not that's it.
Yeah,
so I don't understand what the automatic.
I'm understanding. Do you understand why we're contacting you?
Yeah, but I don't understand why I'm detained or what the big issue is as far as that goes, as far as taking pictures of vehicles.
The same thing my sergeant explained to you, where if this was someone at your home around your vehicle, if an officer got dispatched out there, due to reasonable suspicion, they would detain that person, identify that person, and understand why are they around a vehicle that does not belong to them. That's something that this state allows us and teaches officers and trains officers to do, right? So you don't know about that? That's awesome. That's why I'm explaining it to you. Same thing here. It says detective only. These are vehicles belonging to a detective. It's in a detective spot on a piece of property that's not open to the public. And you're now here on it. Looking into a vehicle, same situation that we're trained on. If you're up on a vehicle, there's reasonable suspicion that a crime may occur, right? I'm not saying that we're trying to figure out
If
is
I'm
why you're
up
here.
on a vehicle, there's reasonable. What do you mean up on? If I'm standing on the vehicle, there's
You're
reasonable
next to
suspicion.
vehicles that do not belong to you. That's all I'm
We're next to. I know, but we're next to vehicles that don't belong to us all day. You walk through the grocery store parking lot. You're next to those vehicles. You ever glance into a vehicle? Somebody sitting there. You look in. That's not.
What's your plan?
What's your plan? I don't know. I'm here taking pictures, and I'm just taking pictures. I don't understand what's your plan.
At this point,
Well, hold on. Who am I talking to? The sergeant or the regular officer? I don't understand. Well, now it's a little irritating because you guys, I'm detained for some unknown reason. I'm taking pictures of vehicles. I don't understand what the problem is. This guy's laughing at me because he has an attitude problem. I don't understand what his issue is either.
I'd be glad to explain.
So what is the issue?
So when somebody's looking into the cars,
somebody can be looking into cars for a million reasons.
They could be.
Okay.
So one of those reasons, oftentimes, one of those reasons is because they're looking to break into the car or steal something out of it. That is a very common reason as to why people are looking into cars that they.
And what indicators do you have to back that scenario up?
It happens all
Me
the time.
looking at cars in front of you, taking pictures. Is that a scenario that backs up burglarizing a vehicle?
Sure does.
It does?
Looking into people's
In
cars
front of
that
you,
don't belong
taking
to
pictures,
Yes.
looking at cars, taking pictures of the license plate.
Is that what you're
That's
planning on doing?
reasonable
Standing here
suspicion for a burglary?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Good luck
If
with
you-
that.
If you want to
Good luck
go
with that.
home and read on that and read on reasonable suspicion.
Actually, I know more about it than you do. I know more about it than you do, and both of you guys as well. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean it's true. You need reasonable suspicion of a crime. You have to have fact to back it up. Me walking around a police station looking at vehicles isn't fact. You're dumb for saying, and you are too, for saying that this isn't public accessible, because it is. Public non-secured areas have boundaries. They have signs. They have gates. Does this one have it? It says a detective vehicle. Yeah, only detectives could park here. Where does it say people can't enter in here? This is public property. These are public vehicles. Now, let me ask you something. Do you know how the Supreme Court works? Maybe a little bit. Do you know that the Supreme Court ruled that we can come take pictures of your vehicles, the personnel, anything we want in public accessible areas? Do you know that?
That still doesn't cancel out
It
reasonable
does.
suspicion to make sure
It
that that's
does.
what you're doing.
Because
It
the
still doesn't
Supreme
cancel-
Court told me I
it
can
still
come
doesn't
take
cancel out
pictures.
reasonable suspicion
And do you
to
know
make sure that that's what you're
148G?
doing.
Do you know 148G?
It's whatever you're gonna do, it's still not gonna
148G
cancel out
says
reasonable
that
suspicion.
somebody taking pictures, which is all you have, me taking pictures, is not suspicious, right? Go
It
look
is when
go
you're
look
in
up
front of a detective
148G.
vehicle.
No, it's not.
It's still
Your
under reasonable
detective
suspicion.
vehicle means nothing.
It's still under
It means
reasonable
nothing.
suspicion.
This is our vehicle. These are our vehicles. Unless this is a officer's personal
it's not.
vehicle, if this is a public vehicle,
It's a detective
these are our
vehicle.
vehicles.
Yeah, look,
So there's at the bottom line, at the end of the day, you guys are all wrong and you look like crap. You knew what I was doing and you still made your department look bad.
I
So
didn't make my department
if you
look
were
bad.
walking-
yeah, you're making your department look
No.
stupid.
If you
You
were
accomplished
walking-
nothing.
And what's your
You're
name
doing
and
that.
badge number?
It's Officer Straglinos, and I'm badge number 303. And today you've done nothing but just prove to us that we already knew what you were doing. We explained reasonable suspicion.
Then why are
And
you
it's
still here?
authorized
Then
right
why
now.
are you still
Because we're trying to
here?
figure out why you're still here.
Because I'm taking pictures of your vehicle. Name
Okay.
and badge number.
And just so
Name
you
and
know,
badge number.
Just so you
Name
know,
and
real
badge
quick,
number?
I'll give it to you in a second.
Name and badge
I'll
number.
give it to you in a second. Just
Well,
so you
before
know-
we continue, I got to get everybody's name and badge number. What's your name and badge number?
It's right here.
Right here? My name's right here too every once in a while. If you guys ask me right now, I'm going to say my name's right here as well.
Okay.
So what's your name and badge number?
Right here.
Right here? Another one? You don't know how to identify? Garbage. Trash. Get her off the
All
street.
right,
What's your
mine-
name and badge
You
number?
want mine real quick? You asked mine first, right?
What's your name and badge number?
Who are you talking to?
You. Right there. The one who said, who are you talking to?
Who's me?
The big ugly guy who's talking to me. What's your name and badge number?
My name's right here.
Your name's right here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with my name because it's right here as well. So you guys should go back to work. You don't have reasonable suspicion of a crime. Me walking around taking pictures of these vehicles. The Supreme Court has already said I could do this. So you can't turn it into reasonable suspicion. And what can you do with reasonable suspicion? You can't get my ID. You can't get my ID. You can stand. Good luck with it. Good luck. You ain't going to get it. You ain't going to get it. So I guarantee you don't get my ID. So what else are we going to do here? You guys going back to work or what?
No, we're
Then
not
you're going to be waiting a long time.
Just so you know.
The sidewalk.
No, I'm going to stay here. Move me to the sidewalk. Okay, that's exactly. I can be here. Have you figured that out yet? Make your department look good. Act like good cops. This whole we got reasonable suspicion because you listen. Well, look what you're doing. You guys crossed the line already. I've been detained for how long now? I've been detained for 16 minutes without reasonable suspicion of an actual crime. 148G says I can take pictures, and that taking pictures alone is not reasonable suspicion, can't be turned into reasonable suspicion. The Supreme Court said I can do this. Where's your reasonable suspicion? You have me taking pictures of your vehicles. Where's your reasonable suspicion? On top of that, alone, looking in vehicles does not constitute a crime, reasonable suspicion of a crime. Could be a million reasons. So, hey, good luck, man. You might as well get back to work.
If you were walking
especially her with the little attitude problem.
You're walking through the Target parking lot looking into citizens' vehicles, not police vehicles, and somebody called and said, hey, there's a guy walking through the Target parking lot looking into
there we go. We got one smart one going back to work.
Contact them too.
But it's different because it's detective vehicle, like she said, right? Because it's a detective vehicle, it gives you reasonable suspicion.
No, like I just said.
I got her on camera saying it. Send her back to class.
Right.
Send her back to class. No, you're not. These are our cars. This is my car. See, I could touch this car. I could lean on this car. If I want, I can come sit on this car. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not almighty and powerful because you got that badge and gun. Then stop acting like it and open your mind a little bit. I don't. All right, where's your reasonable suspicion? And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Nothing, because you really don't have reasonable suspicion. And these two right here are smart enough to know that. You're not. You're the dangerous officers that we want off the street. Yes, you are.
Are you playing, like, here's the thing, okay?
The thing is you should go back to work. You're dismissed. You're dismissed as well. You can go back to work. You're dismissed. Go ahead.
You say I've had you
I just did.
You say I've had you detained for 15 minutes?
17 now. Actually 18.
Have you asked if you're free to go yet?
I don't need to ask if I'm free to go. You have to tell me I'm free to go. You're trying to backtrack. Yeah, you do. Once you tell me I'm detained, I have to stand here until you tell me I'm not detained. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. Now I'm always welcome to, not when I'm detained, I'm not.
And if I tell you...
Can you move, please? I need to leave.
Oh, you gonna back out? Yeah, I'll move, no problem.
Thank you.
I guess that's one of the detectives there. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. I'm detained until you tell me I'm not detained. That's the bottom line.
You're free to leave.
Now I'm not detained 18 minutes later.
Oh, okay.
And where was your reasonable suspicion to detain me?
I told you that. You're wandering around looking into our car.
That's not reasonable suspicion. I was wandering around taking pictures. Part of taking pictures is looking. There's a difference. Okay. You have to look to take pictures. Penal codes and the Supreme Court say I can do this. So what's your reasonable suspicion again? You see this dude getting all mad here.
Because like I said, you're not detained.
I'm going to stay here until you guys go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here longer than you guys. I promise you that.
That's good. That's good.
So see you guys later. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. Bounce. Buckle and bounce. That was dumb. You guys shouldn't have came up like that. No, you can. You can. You can hang out. I'll just sit here and record, do what I was doing, take pictures, and it is what it is.
It is. Do your thing.
I will. I am actually right now. Just documenting that you guys don't know what you're doing. It's pretty simple. You got a little snapping turtle right here who's quick to try to jump and argue and be aggressive, and it's pointless. If you guys would have came out and said, hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing? I said, oh, I'm taking pictures. You said, oh, okay. We know what you're doing. Remember that? We know what you're doing. So it could have been, oh, you're taking pictures? Oh, okay. We're gone. We're going to have a person watch you. You guys didn't do that, huh? You showed up in force, cars driving everywhere. You guys came out like you're going to tackle me. You detained me like this. Horrible, like said, horrible, horrible. Fail.
And
fail.
Somebody called about you looking into cars. We had to make sure that you weren't breaking in.
Somebody called? Well, could it have been your dog catcher person that watched me take pictures at that gate as well? So it wasn't a citizen that called. It was, I know that because I watched her call in. I watched them call in. I watched your dog catcher call in. I'm not dumb. I seen them. They watched me. They sat there, and then I came in here, started looking at vehicles, and they watched me as they drove by. So, anyways, there goes the other guy, the aggressive one.
Obviously, you're just playing a game, so that's cool.
So yes, go back to work. There you go. See you guys later. Get her some more training. She needs a little bit more. No, you need a little more. I would have been super cool with you if you weren't pulling all that nonsense. Then why were you acting like that? I think you got pretty girl syndrome. Because you're pretty, you act like that. That's the problem. See you later, babe. You guys are dismissed. See you guys next time. Dumbass.
Let this be a reminder. Public property is public property. And photography is not a crime, no matter how much it bruises the ego of insecure officers. When you stand firm, know your rights, and demand accountability, their intimidation tactics fall apart. But if we stay silent, ignorance wins. So record, question, refuse unlawful demands, and never, ever trade your freedom for their comfort.